Previously on Coach Greg.
You can tell this girl, she has the genetics to compete in bikini. Great arm development. You could get the biceps a bit closer to the face. Look at the biceps. The abs are absolutely peeled. There's no body fat on this woman. Quad sweep, everything's going on. Up next, we have 33-year-old Tihana Bihankov, who's been training for 9 years. She's 5'5". She stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighs in 145 pounds. I feel like this is the UFC. She estimates she's 25% body fat, and standing relaxed, girl looks fantastic. She's clearly been hitting the gym. 9 years, you can tell. Look at the quads, shoulders, arms, muscle everywhere on this woman. And hitting the front double bicep, you can tell this girl has some delts and some biceps. Only problem, elbows too low. She's down here. Imagine if she brought them up, bicep higher than the delt. That is how you show off an arm. You want to look like you have an impressive arm. Don't flex down here. Bring it up. Be proud. Show it off. And again, the quads, fantastic. She's not shredded, but she looks to be very, very healthy. She's not sure she can compete. I definitely think she could compete. But if she doesn't want to, don't need to. Looks fantastic as is. And standing from the rear, look at the lats on this woman. Wide lats, small waist, and look at the glute development. And she's not even arching her back here. If she were to drop body fat, arch the back, she would have a tiny waist, great glutes, be an excellent bikini competitor. And the back double bicep, again, get those elbows up, show it off properly, but you can see she has a lot of back definition. She looks great. Her calves, I don't see her flexing them really. Hamstrings slightly visible, but not really flexing them properly. It is a lot of work to properly pose. And so without proper posing and the exact kind of lighting, it's very difficult to give an accurate assessment of a person's body fat. Overall, however, I think she's very lean, probably about 27% body fat. And so if she were to compete as a bikini competitor, probably need to drop 15 or more pounds. Sounds shocking, I know, but to be a competitor, you have to be peeled. This is why I don't advise everyone to simply go and do a show. To drop 15 plus pounds of body fat would be very hard work. Would take 3 months or more for most people. Up next, we have Bruno Bowiera. He stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, about 163 pounds. Shorter than Coach Greg, but 163 pounds. He estimates to have 7% body fat. Seeing his photos, I do believe slightly higher than that, closer to 8%. I'm going to tell you why. From the front, looks absolutely ridiculous, does he not? Look at the quads, the definition of quads. Quads look amazing. Small waist doing the front double bicep, but no real vascularity, not looking overly shredded. And you can see he clearly has a spray tan on, most likely competing on this day or the following. And standing relaxed, you can see some feathering in the quads, very lean. When you get feathering in the quads, there is not much body fat at all. He's not even flexing, he's just standing relaxed. Clearly has ripped six-pack, well-defined muscles, veins in the arms, and so on. From the rear, great back development, very good definition. However, not as much definition in the hamstrings and or glutes. And the true giveaway, once you hit the pose, will we see crazy hamstrings, or does he have more fat to lose as far as bodybuilding standards are concerned? And there you have it, doing the back double bicep, you should clearly see hamstring definition. In this pose, you're showing off the hamstrings. It's a back double bicep, but you're not just judging the back, you're judging the entire rear of the body. Hamstrings, calves, backs, everything. The hamstrings, they might have muscle, but they're not clearly being shown. Perhaps he doesn't know how to flex them properly, or probably a bit too much body fat. I do believe he could get significantly leaner. His glutes could be more strided, but he looks amazing. And so I'm critiquing him here as a bodybuilder. If you're watching this, don't think this guy's in shred. This is shredded. But as far as bodybuilding standards, to be a pro, probably has to lose 5 more pounds of fat. I know, it doesn't make sense, but clearly he could get leaner than that to compete as an IFBB pro. And as far as posing goes, back double bicep looks great. He needs to work on bringing the biceps further back. His elbows leaning slightly forward. If he were to bend backwards farther, reach the elbow out backwards, the back would show that much more. And so from the side, it appears he's doing this. Needs to come back further like that. Bring the wrist backwards. That will show more back definition, in particular, the shoulders. One strength of this guy, very small waist. That is genetic, very hard to get. That's my weakness. I don't have a small waist. My waist is wider, as lean as I can get. I still gotta have a wider waist. And so to compete as an IFBB pro at the top of the top Olympia level, I simply don't have a small enough waist. And you can see standing relaxed from the front at approximately 15% body fat. That's him in his off season. When he's walking around normal body fat percentage, that his bulked up look. Does he look fat? No, clearly in great shape in the off season. Look at the thickness in the quads, great muscle development, and so he simply diets down to get leaner than last time when getting ready for competitions. Up next, 29-year-old Helen Shali, or Chalet. Helen, looking like she's coming from heaven. Look at this girl's physique. Check it out. Incredible. Hopefully, we don't get demonetized as she's showing off the glutes more often than last time. She's 5'5", 138 pounds, and estimates her body fat to be 30%. We're going to see if it's actually 30%. Remember, 33% body fat for women or more is considered obese or, in fact, overweight. And so, is she, in fact, close to being obese? And so, immediately what comes to mind is this girl has amazing genetics. All I can see is a tiny waist, wide shoulders, and very good glute development. This is the kind of physique that you want for women's bikini. What's lacking? Her calves. Her calves, very small, and that is by far her worst body part. She needs to work on the calves harder than last time. Everything else in comparison, amazing. And it could just be the camera angle. If the camera angle is higher up, the calves are going to appear smaller. If the camera were lower to the ground, perhaps her calves would be that much bigger. And standing on the left, she's just relaxed. She's not arching her back, trying to make her glutes pop out. And so when you're standing normal, relaxed, oftentimes you're going to see a little bit of cellulite. I see that. Perfectly normal, perfectly healthy. Do not think that if you have cellulite, you're suddenly 30% body fat or more. And on the right, a back double bicep, of which you can clearly see how small her waist is. It's perfect for bikini. However, the arms are way too out to the side. She needs to get the arms closer. And so although she's trying to hit a back pose, her elbows need to be higher and her hands to be closer to her head. And from the front, much better posing. Starting off, you can see she's on her toes, allowing her to flex her calves. She does need more work on the calves. However, quads, very well developed. Small, tiny waist, clearly visible abs. Great biceps and delts. And change of attire, look at the difference the hair can make. When you're a bikini competitor, you have all the hair done up. Most women, almost 95%, have hair extensions. The more hair you have, the more you look like a doll. And frankly, when you're competing on stage, you're trying to look like a Barbie doll. And what I notice in particular here is the quads. At the top of the legs, you can clearly see the sartorius muscle. There's a bump, a hole, a crevice. You can see lines in the legs at the top. Very well-developed legs and posing them better than last time. And up next, from the rear this time, posing with the slight arch that you need, and you can see visible difference from her first pose. When she's just standing relaxed, you can see some cellulite, but in this pose with the back arched, no longer appear to have any cellulite. And so remember, standing differently, posing differently can make all the difference in how your skin appears. And overall body fat percentage, not even close to 30. In fact, not even 25, closer to 23% body fat. My opinion, this girl, very lucky. She seems to carry almost all of her body fat in exactly where most people want to, in the glutes, making her glutes appear larger. If she were to continue to diet 5 to 10 pounds more body fat, she could step on stage and do very good in women's bikini. Hope you enjoyed the video. Remember, if you want to be part of future Coach Greg videos, please join the newsletter. Giving away tons of free stuff, including you in my videos, body fat assessments, and so on. So click the link in the description, become one of the nearly 200,000 newsletter subscribers. Also, harder than last time supplements, including testosterone, creatine, protein powder, pre-works, GO2 max, all kinds of stuff. Click the link in the description. Ending it here. GregDoucette.com for coaching. Greg Doucette, IB Pro. Please check out the bloops. Subscribe, click the bell button. Don't forget you can get my freaking cookbook, the training books, coaching plans by me and my team, the Circle Diet book, of course. And until next time, I am out.